Since time immemorial, man has gazed at the sky and wondered where it came from. When did it originate? Is it a product of pure accident or the handiwork of higher beings? Three big questions. Scientists and theologians are divided on these questions. Some scientists say that there is no need to invoke God to explain the universe. Theologians argue since everything has a cause, the universe must also have a cause. There is a debate on this topic. However, the question, when did the universe begin, is no longer disputed today. Scientists have been working on this question for the last 100 years. It has been their bread and butter. In the last 2 decades, they have made tremendous progress in deriving a very precise value for the beginning of the universe, or the Big Bang. What would you think if I told you that ancient books, the Puranas, contain a date for the Big Bang that is exactly the same as modern science? Exactly the same as modern science. Wouldn't that be the most amazing thing you ever heard? It was for me. Good morning, my friends. I am Siddharth, a data scientist and Sanskrit scholar. I studied Puranas out of curiosity and found out that they state the age of the universe as 13.819 billion years, which is within 0.1% of the modern scientific value. As shown in the chart, in the 19th century, scientists believed that the universe had no beginning. In other words, it is eternal. This belief was dismantled by Hubble, who discovered that most galaxies are moving away from each other. The further away they are, the faster they are traveling. This meant that the universe must have had a beginning. To get a precise value for the age of the universe required an elaborate technological and scientific enterprise, which means satellites, supercomputers, giant telescopes, and ultimately the discovery and analysis of the cosmic microwave background radiation, in short CMB. By the year 2010, scientists had zeroed in on 13.75 billion years. The latest estimate based on the flying satellite is 13.801 billion years. On the other hand, the Puranas state the age of the universe at 13.819 billion years. The difference is only 0.1%. Moreover, the age of the universe is not the only date of stunning accuracy recorded in the Puranas. The Puranic age of the sun is 4.563 billion years, which is also within 0.1% of the modern scientific value. On top of that, the Puranic date for Earth's greatest mass extinction, known as the Permian mass extinction, is within 0.3% of the modern scientific value. Now, what is the probability that ancient sages guessed these numbers? There is evidence that ancient Indian sages were conversant with numbers up to enormous value of 10 raised to the power 62. This means they had a colossal range of numbers to choose from. Thus, the probability of getting it right by guessing is virtually zero. It must be recognized that these dates are not randomly stuck in the ancient text at a later time. Instead, they are integral part of the coherent Puranic worldview, in which there are superhuman administrators who follow a timeline laid down by one supreme person. For example, the date for the birth of the sun is a date for the beginning of the day of a highly placed superhuman administrator named Brahma. Similarly, the date for Earth's greatest mass extinction coincides with the end of the reign of another superhuman administrator named Manu. These dates are inextricably interwoven with the Puranic events that take place on earthly and universal scales. There is simply no room for randomly inserting whatever date you feel like into the well-orchestrated flow of Puranic events. This is true because Puranic dates are invariably associated with the life or reign of the superhuman Puranic administrators, who work harmoniously according to the plan laid out in advance by the Supreme Administrator. According to the plan laid out in advance by the Supreme Administrator. So here I have a chronological argument for the existence of God. I challenge any atheist or scientist to come forward and refute it. It should be noted this is a novel argument. So all the arguments which have defeated previous theistic arguments won't work in this case. Therefore, throw away all your preconceived notions. This is a brand new argument, and it stands independently of others. It demands an explanation. References and supporting material for my research can be found on my website hereticscience.com. I welcome compliments, criticism, and complaints. Please feel free to contact me. Thank you.